eyes don't deceive you. You are watching a Gate City Paul video. As a YouTube watcher, one of the things I dislike is getting into somebody's channel, watching their content, liking their content, and they don't make videos for a while. Then all of a sudden they come back and they say, hey, I'm back, I'm gonna put out videos every week and yada 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 and all this stuff. I'm not gonna say that. What I'm gonna say is this, is that I've recently found myself with some extra time on my hand after 25 years of not having extra time on my hand. I'm in a really good position where, you know, things are good for me financially. Not in a position where I have to run out and fill my time, if you know what I mean. I'm in a position where I can take some time and, you know, reflect on the last 25 years of my life and evaluate whether I want to even do that again. And with some encouragement from some very good friends, they suggested that, you know what, maybe you should make some videos again. Maybe that'll fill your time. See if, you know, your eBay business that you've been talking about going full-time in for many, many years is actually viable now because of the position that you're in. So again, not going to commit to making content on a regular basis. Might not even put this video out. So if you see this video, that means I decided to put it out. That made no sense, but you know, you get what I'm trying to say. As far as what have I been up to in my resale life, you know, I really went casual. I did. I became a very casual eBay seller. I eliminated a lot of stuff out of my eBay store that was just kind of, you know, not stuff that I really wanted to sell. And I'm not going to say that I niched down into a specific category or categories or anything like that. I just, you know, some of the, you know, run-of-the-mill stuff that, you know, would go to yard sales pickup, like, you know, pottery, mugs, magic bullets, you know, those types of things. I just stopped buying those things. I just didn't really feel like messing with some of that stuff because I was just going to do it casually. I'm more into doing sports cards, toys, collectibles, some antique stuff, but nothing like big or major or anything like that. So I've really kind of slimmed down and kind of purging some of that stuff. A lot of the kind of, I don't want to say bread and butter clothing that you could find at, you know, Goodwill and other places like that, I've really kind of got rid of that, kind of stayed with the more vintage stuff, things like that. I don't visit thrift stores as much anymore. It more of if I run across one and I have some free time that I have to fill or something like that, I'll run into one, but I don't go out to the thrift store specifically. It's more of a casual run-in. I more have been doing a lot of my buying on Facebook Marketplace and other local apps, as well as yard sales, flea markets, things of that nature. So going to Goodwill and Salvation Army and other thrift stores like that just hasn't been part of my sourcing strategy. Mainly because the type of stuff that I am looking for, you're not really going to find there. You know, you'll find the vintage clothes and things like that, but vintage toys, yeah, you can find some antiques and things like that, but you got to be like the first one in the door during restocks and stuff like that to find those types of items. And at the time, I really didn't have time for that. So maybe my sourcing at thrift stores will pick up here in the near future. Just came from the post office, dropped off my orders. Also had to get some gas. We've had some snow events here where I live in North Carolina over the last couple of weekends. So I'm headed to at least get the car sprayed down and washed off, get all that salt, brine, and all that crap that they put on the road that gets all over your car. Then I'm going to head over to where I have my items stored at, give you a quick update on that. I made some videos, I don't know, a while ago, long time ago, about my new storage place where I keep my inventory. So I'll give you a little look at that and what that looks like for me now. Space is pretty much set up exactly how I said in those previous videos. Really haven't changed it. Still need to make some more space, which means I need to which means I got to sell a lot more stuff to make more space, because I do have a lot of unlisted inventory, or what everybody likes to call death piles still. So right after I get the car washed, we'll head over there and I'll show you what that storage area looks like now. So welcome back to the office. Not much has changed, just a lot more stuff. It still have the same organization system. The only thing I've done differently is try to have the bins kind of have some of the same stuff in them. So like this has got some older toys. See, there's a plush in there, so I need to move that. This one's got records and other media type of stuff in there. So I've been trying to do more of that type of stuff. Like these are new sealed toys. We got another bin of new sealed toys. Some vintage clothing is in there. I think these are models and Legos. I think that's what's in this one. So just kind of been trying to do more of that type of stuff with my inventory. And then this is kind of the death-ish pile. A lot of it is stuff that I do need to go through. These are just random cards. I use these cards as tags, price tags. Let me show you what I mean by that. This is not an original idea. Saw this somewhere online and thought it was pretty cool, but when I go to sports card shows, I take this bin that's all sports hats and try to find a sports card that's associated with the hat, and then I put the price on it to kind of, when I put it out there, I don't have to look it up every time somebody asks how much something is. So back to the organization. This is kind of these are just bins of stuff there's some shoes down there, and that yellow one, that gray one's got a bunch of shoes in it. If I go through these bins, I find shoes. I've been throwing them in those bins down there. That way I have all the shoes in one spot. Again, trying to sell them as a lot. Now I may hold on to them. But this is all kind of just low value stuff that I'm either going to take to a flea market or have a garage sale at some point in time. Again, most of this stuff here, except this shelf, is my shipping stuff. But like a lot of this is just inventory that I haven't gone through yet that I need to. Like this box here is a bunch of Micro Machine play sets. I need to go through it, see what's in there, what pieces are missing, stuff like that. Here is I got these from an auction, I think. But these are some Luke Skywalker and Han Solo dolls that need to be cleaned. And of course, he's got a crack in them, so probably not going to get much for it. So talking football games, same thing, got it from an auction. So there's just some random stuff on this table that I need to go through, get organized. Now that I have the time, probably going to happen now. So for now, this is the video you're going to get. Will you get more? I don't know. Maybe videos will help me stay motivated and focus on this 100%. Who knows? But for now, this is what I got, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave me an encouraging comment down at the bottom. That's what this world needs more, is people encouraging each other rather than breaking each other down. So if you have 2 minutes, put a nice comment, encouraging comment at the bottom, and look forward to seeing you on the next video.